mirror. Paheli asked him to recall those features. First, was the image erect or upside down? Second, was it of the same size as the object? Third, did the image appear at the same distance behind the mirror as the object was in front of it? Fourth, could it be obtained on a screen? Let us understand little more about the formation of an image by a plane mirror in the following way. Activity 16.3. A source of a light O is placed in front of a plane mirror PQ. Two rays of O and A and OC and incident on its figure 16.5. Can you find out the direction of the reflected ray? Draw normals to the surface of the mirror PQ at the point A and C. Then draw reflected ray and the point A and C. How would you draw these rays? Call the reflected ray AB and CT respectively. Extend them further. Do they meet? Extend them backwards. Do they meet now? If they meet, mark this point as I. Form a viewer eye at E, figure 16.5. Do the reflected rays appear to the come from the point I. Since the reflected ray do not actually meet at I but only appear to do so, we say that virtual image at point O is formed as I. As you learned in already class 7, such image cannot be obtained on a screen. You may
Yes.
recall that.
Yes, is it clear, children? This is all about the image that is formed on a plane mirror, and it is always that after reflection you can see where the eyes are kept. These two reflected ray, that is A, B, and C, D, they will never meet on that direction. Will they meet ever in that direction? No. The arrow has been given. So if we extend these two rays backward, we will see they are meeting at a point I, and the I will be the virtual image as we are not able to get it on a screen. This is the type of, but the image size, the image length will be same. The distance of the object from the mirror will be equal to the distance of the image from the mirror, and it will be virtual and erect. These are the properties of the image that is formed by a plane mirror. Okay, any doubt, children?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No,
now
ma'am.
continue, Ranjini.
You may recall that in an image formed by a plane mirror, the left of the object appears on the right and the right appears on the left. This is known as in lateral inversion. Figure
Yes.
6,
So
activity
this is
16.4.
yes, lateral inversion also I have discussed you with you that what happens when you are just standing in front of the mirror. If you just stand with anything, with a pen with your right hand, and you look in the mirror, you are able to see, you will observe that as if you are holding on your left hand. So this phenomenon is nothing but it is called lateral inversion.
I'm
Mostly
like ambulance.
like ambulance, you know. Yes, what happens in ambulance, Ranjali? Can you tell me how you are able to know that ambulance is coming from behind? Actually, the letter of all the letters of ambulance, they are actually written on the ambulance as laterally inverted. So पहले से laterally invert कर देते हैं, and then if you see the reflection of these laterally inverted letters, we will get an actual spelling of
Yes, ma'am.
ambulance. Okay, so that will be easier for the people to identify that an ambulance is coming, and we have to let the ambulance go and give them a pass. Okay, now we are going to read about diffused and regular reflection. Okay, Ranjali, continue.
Activity 16.4. Imagine that a parallel rays are incident on an irregular surface as shown in figure 16.6. Remember that the laws of reflection are valid at each point of the surface. Use these laws to construct reflected rays at various points. Are they parallel to one another? You will find that these rays are reflected in different directions. When all the parallel rays reflected from rough or irregular surface are not parallel, the reflection is known as diffused or irregular reflection. Remember that the diffused reflection is not due to the failure of the law of the reflection. It caused by the irregularities in the reflecting surface like that of a cardboard. On the other hand, reflection from the smooth surface like that of a mirror is called regular reflection. Figure 16.8. Images are formed by a regular reflection.
Okay, just wait. So just see. So all of you know, have you got the idea of diffused and that is diffused and regular reflection? What happens in regular reflection? Anyone? Just tell me what is regular reflection? What have you understood?
Ma'am, when rays are reflected from a plane or ma'am straight surface, then it is known as a regular reflection.
Why? What happens in regular reflection?
Ma'am, because ma'am, the normals are parallel to each other. Ma'am, if many rays are reflected on it.
So suppose these are the three parallel rays that are falling, okay, on the 3 points. These 3 points will be on the same plane. So
Yes, ma'am.
if we draw 90 degree, that is parallel, they will, oh, that not parallel, sorry, perpendicular. These three will also be parallel to each other. So what will happen? They will all also, they will reflect back parallelly also, because these three are parallel to each other also. So what will happen? Actually, this part will be illuminated and we will going to get a clear image. That is how we can see image in the mirror or any shiny surface. That is called regular reflection. Okay, clear? Next, what happens in diffuse reflection? Suppose this is such a wavy, one ray of light has fall and the other which is also coming parallelly, which has fall over here, and the third one it has fallen over here. Will these 3 points lie on the same plane? सबका plane अलग है ना? Just
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
here the plane is more or less the 90 degree will be like this. Here the plane is like this. So 90 degree will be like this. That is here. This normal will be like this. And here also it will be like this. So is these three normals are parallel to each other? No, they are not parallel. So what will happen? One ray will get, the first ray will get reflected in this direction. The second ray will get that reflected in this direction, and the third ray will get reflected in this direction. So actually what will happen? The reflected ray will get scattered and we are not able to see the image of that particular area. What will happen actually? Actually the whole area will get illuminated. They will get lit up by this diffuse reflection. So by diffuse reflection we are able to see everything around us, and by regular reflection only we are able to see the image of object. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now continue.
Do we see all objects due to reflected light? Nearly everything you see around is seen due to reflected light. Moon, for example, receives light from the sun and reflects it. That's how we see the moon. The objects which shine in the light of other objects are called illuminated objects. Can you name some other objects? There are other objects which give their own light, such as the sun, fire, flame of a candle, and electric lamp. Their light falls on our eyes. This is how we see them. The objects which emit their own light are known as luminous objects.
Okay, so the object that gives light of its own, they are called the luminous object. Already you have learned in class 6 also and class 7 also. And the objects which reflect the light of the luminous object, they are called
Non-luminous.
non-luminous objects, or they are also called over here, what which word you have got? They are called illuminated object. So why they are called illuminated objects? What do you mean by the term illumination? What do you mean by the term illumination? Bolo? Gets lit up. It get lit up. So what will happen to the non-luminous object? The source, that is luminous object, the light will come and fall on the non-luminous object so that they will get illuminated. That is why the non-luminous objects are also called, what they are called? Illuminated object. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So two types of objects are there. One is luminous and the other one is non-luminous or illuminated object. Okay. Now, Pragyan, you can continue. Pragyan, are you having the book?
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo, continue.
Ma'am, from which paragraph?
14, 16.4. 16.4 you start.
Reflected light can be reflected again. Recall the last time you visited a hairdresser. See, he makes you sit in front of a mirror. After your haircut is complete, see, he holds the mirror behind you to show you how the hair has been cut. Verse 16.9. Do you know how you could see the hair at the back of your head?
Okay, just stop.
Paheli
Stop.
recall.
Stop, Pragyan. Stop, Pragyan. Can you tell me that how that person is able to see the hair at his back? Because a person cannot see actually the back, but how here is he is able to do that? How this
Ma'am, due to
image?
multiple
A
reflections.
multiple reflection.
Yes, due to multiple reflection. Aviral, can you give me the steps? कि पहले कहाँ पे light आ रहा है, कहाँ पे पड़ रहा है, then the reflection. Just tell me the steps.
Ma'am, firstly, ma'am, the light is incident on, ma'am, the mirror on which, ma'am, in front of which the person is sitting.
No, light
Ma'am,
अगर
first
mirror में mirror
personal
yes.
light is
Comes on
reflected
the
on.
mirror that is at the back of the person. Then it reflects back to the front mirror.
So suppose there should be a source of light, maybe the light of the sun or maybe the light inside the room that will fall on the back of the person, okay? And that is getting reflected first time, that is falling and getting reflected from the back on the mirror that the person has hold on the back, okay? That is the first step. Okay, clear? So now the ray that is reflected, that is incident on the small mirror that the person is holding, and this ray will again get, there will be an image on that mirror, and this ray will again get reflected on the large mirror in front. Okay, and the image of the person of his back will be formed on the large mirror, and then it will again reflect and fall on the eye of the person, and the person will be able to see his back with the help of multiple reflection. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.